Hey there, real quick, before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Joplin Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a Question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Crazy fast song. But welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and this is the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what, fellow new donker? I am very excited because I got to record vocals for my next song, which I'm
Cool.
very excited
What's
about.
the name of your next song?
It's called Eye of the Storm.
Eye of the
Very
that
excited.
Sounds like a song you would write. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you just record the vocals, which means you did the voice part, and now
I did the
you gotta
voice
do
part.
the band part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Cool.
Thank
and
you.
A new donker. I assume that's like what they call people in the city of New
Donk
City. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I've never actually played the game before. But I like
It's like New York and New Yorker, you know.
Yes,
New Donk and New Donker.
I would assume so. It just sounds funny. Yeah. But the song is awesome. The song is crazy, crazy fast. So it's going to take a little while to work it up to the full speed. But, oh, hey. Well, yes, I know. We'll move along. Fortunately, it's a really fast song. He loves it when things move fast. So let's go. I want to show you all the notes. It repeats a whole lot. So it's not that difficult to play, but playing along with the track is a bit of a stretch. So let's start on an E. In order to find an E, you're just going to take any group of 2 black notes like those or those or those. I'm going to start kind of low because it starts low and it goes way high. So I'm going to start like on these ones down here. So I'm going to start on this E right here, which is right above a group of 2 black notes. So all I did was take a group of 2 black notes. I took the top note and dragged it even farther to the right and landed on an E. So any group of 2 will work. Drag the top note up a little bit and you'll land on an E. So I'm going to start on this E right here. I'm just going to play 3 notes in a row. That one, that one, that one. And then not in a row. We got to skip over 2 notes. So we're going to skip over this one and this one. Those are an A and a B. You don't have to worry about what the letter names are though. But we're going to skip over the A and the B and go all the way up to a C. So we're going to go E, F, G, and then C. And it's going to go pretty fast. So along with the track, it's going to sound something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah, so that'll take some practice, just that much. That is this section right here. And you'll want to say out loud the words, once again, it's time. So, once again, it's time. Practice just like that until you have that down nice and smooth. So if you're in the archives, then you want to press pause on the video, practice that, and then try playing along with us. But if you're live with us, then just get your fingers ready on those 4 notes right there and try to play all the ones that you can. If you miss a bunch, that's fine too. Let's try it one more time, saying the words out loud. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Once again, it's time. Yeah, so if you missed a bunch of those, that's fine. If you got the first one, then cool. You got the right starting place and you probably know what to practice this week. I'm going to go ahead and move on so you can come back to the video later and learn the rest of these notes though, and because Kalapa wants to move along. We're going to do the exact same thing. You can probably notice that this section right here is the exact same thing as that section right there. So you already played that. We just have to, what I call scoop. We have to scoop up to the first note. So we want to start on this note again, but first we want to play the notes that are right next to it. So that one and that one and that one. So all 3 of those notes, those are going to be for a mar. So those ones right there for a mar. All together, that would be once again, it's time for a Mario ad. And this time, instead of playing 2 C's in a row like we did over here, we're gonna play 2 C's, but first we're gonna just go right next door and come right back. So we're playing on a C, we go right next door and come right back. So that would be adventure right there. So all of that together is once again, it's time for a Mario adventure. Pretty fast, that'll take some practice, but all of those notes are gonna come back again later. So this is one of those songs where it looks like it's really long, but the second half is pretty much the same as the first half. So you've already got the first line down, which means you have 2 lines down. Let me show you this next section here that you can come back to the video later and practice along with me. We're gonna go from this note all the way up to this F and say out loud the word in. Then we're gonna play the next note down, and then skip down to that C that we were on before. So we're gonna skip over this note, and it happens to be called a D. You don't have to know the names of the notes. We're gonna play an F and then an E and then a C. And then a whole bunch of C's on this line. As you can see, that whole second line is almost entirely C's. We gotta go down to an A real quick on T. So, New Donk City Streets. So, and then we're gonna go up to a D, and then this thing right here is a flat sign. That's called an E flat, because it's not quite an E. It's a little bit lower than an E. So that's an E flat. So we're gonna play E flat, and then more C's, and then same thing we did before, go next door and come right back. So all of those notes together will take some practice, but they'll sound like New Donk City streets. So come on, pull up a seat. Whew. Once you make it that far, we're basically done with the song. There's two little phrases at the end. We just got to repeat all of that first. So, and the words are the same even. So it's going to go, once again, it's time for a Mario adventure in New Donk City streets. So come on. And right there, that's that note right there. So we already made it to like the fourth line just by knowing those first two lines. So then after we played those ones, before I came off of the E flat. Now, hang on. I know a lot of you are feeling like, wait, hang on. No, I'm still working on the first 5 notes of this song. I don't know. I'm not ready for this. That's perfectly fine. If I'm way ahead of you right now, just keep practicing your thing. Ignore my voice. Later on, you'll come back to the video and play this part and try to play along with me. But for right now, just keep practicing those same 3 or 4 or 5 notes, whatever you need to practice, and ignore me. But when the track comes in, you can play along with us. So we're going to play the E flat and then walk it right back down to that C. So that section right there. So come on, let's go. And then before we played an A, you could play an A there. That would work. I prefer an A flat for this one. For adventure. Because before we played, where was that? Right there. Oops. That's what we played before. C, C, A, C. And this time we're going to play C, A flat, C. 2 sections left. These ones work on just those 5 notes. Then these ones, these 6 notes, they're 2 different phrases. Let me show you the first one. It's got a lot of jumps in it, so this one's gonna take some practice. An F, an E, a C, and a G. Yeah, so we're gonna play the F, and then skip over 0 notes, and then skip over 1 note, and then skip over 2 notes. So 0, 1, 2. Start on an F, skip over 0 notes, skip over 1 note, skip over 2 notes, and then play the same letter, but an octave higher. You can see these Gs, it says G and then G, but they're 2 totally different Gs, because from this G to this G is way up. So we want to go way up and get to that G. G, G. Last 6 notes of the song, here we go. We're on this G right here. We're going to play right next door and come back, and then almost the rest of it's Cs. We're going to play a bunch of Cs. With a little E flat in there for some flavor. You can play all C's if you want to, and they sound just fine. But I'm going to throw in an E flat right there just for a little bit of extra flavor from you and me at the end. Yeah, I had a feeling. All right, well, let's try all of this that we can. If you only have the first note or 2 down, and you're still working on getting that section, that's perfectly fine. Just get that much. It actually comes back later in the song too, so you'll get to play it twice. But whatever you've got down, just play that along with me, and eventually you'll have it all. You'll come back and play the whole thing with me. I'm going to go through the whole thing. Good luck to us all. Let's go. 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Once again, it's time for Mario adventure in New Donk City streets. So come on up a seat. Do it all again. It's time for Mario adventure in New Donk City streets. So come on, let's go adventure. He'll save Princess Peach with help from you and me. All right, that's the whole entire thing. It's a lot and it's really, really fast. So make sure that you cut yourself a lot of slack. Maybe like set a goal of like week 1, I'm going to try to get the whole first line, and then I'll take a whole week on line 2. And so then like by the end of 5 weeks, you'd be able to play this whole entire thing. But take it slow, take as much time as you need. We've got more time on level 2, 3, 4, and 5. But for right now, Kendra, tell us about our weekly activity.
This week is the Flutes and Ladders, and it's a game just like Chutes and Ladders, but of course with Clopple and his dad. When you play, just tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin Clopple.
Yeah, and that'll help out a whole lot with like the level 2 stuff and level 3 stuff, especially when you don't have the letters written in. But right now, let's play a little game we call Mary Joy. So, with Mary Joy, I'm going to play you 2 notes, and you have to tell me, just based on those 2 notes, whether I'm playing the beginning of the song Mary Had a Little Lamb, or the beginning of Joy to the World. So I'm going to play you 2 notes like this, and you have to think, does that sound like Mary had a, or does that sound like Joy to the World? That one right there was Mary Had a Little Lamb, and you're going to be competing against Kendra, who gets these right almost all the time. So your goal is to get this right before she gets it right. Here we go. Here are your first 2 notes. I'm going to play these ones right here. Listen, try to sing along. What does that sound like? The beginning of Mary Had a Little Lamb, which, by the way, would be a major second, or does it sound like the beginning of Joy to the World, which, by the way, would be called a minor second? What do you think, Kendra?
It sounds like Joy to the World, I think.
That's right.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is. It is. These are some of the hardest ones to do, but nice job. Okay, cool. What about these ones right here? Oof. Okay, try to sing along. That'll help out a whole lot. Sing Mary Had a Little Lamb first, and then sing Joy to the World. Here we go. Or, okay, what one is that? Is that a major second, Mary Had a Little Lamb, or a minor second, Joy to the World? What do you think, Kendra?
Well, when I tried to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb, it sounded good, I think, in my head. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
It was. Nice. One more. Here we go. Hopefully you're getting some of these. One of these? I don't know. If not, this is your chance. Here we go. Okay. It's kind of low. Try to sing both songs. Either Mary Had a Little Lamb, major second, or Joy to the World, minor second. Kendra?
I think my word of the day last week was sinister. And that's what this reminds me of. So I'm going to guess minor. Like scarier. Like, you know?
Yes. But that's funny because the minor second is Joy to the World, which is like the least sinister thing in the world.
Right, totally. The notes by themselves.
Okay, yes, that was a
I guess Joy to the World, very sinister.
minor second. Joy to the World. Hopefully you got 1 or 2 of those right, and we've got a lot more of those in Clapple Academy level 2, 3, 4, and 5. So right now it's time for a little bit of mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson, or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week is from Chipmunk28, who says, Dear Jamin, what is an inversion? Okay, so then I've used that word several times. If you're in Clapple Academy level, I think 3, you start learning what inversions are and how to use them. But if you go to level 2 in the music, you start to see these chords. And so like this C right here means that you're supposed to play a C chord if you want. That's one of the options you could throw in. Notes from the C chord, which would include C, E, and G. Now, if you just play it like that, that's called root position because the name of the chord is at the bottom. But if you want to, you can play C, E, and G in any order, and it's still a C chord. Like, I don't know, C, E, and G. That's still a C chord, but that's in an inversion. It's not in root position because C is not at the bottom. Or you can play like C and E and G. There we go. That's still C, E, and G. So it's still a C chord, but a C is not at the bottom. A G is at the bottom. Still a C chord, but this is also in an inversion. So that's all an inversion is. It's the same exact notes as your regular chords, except you're not playing the name of the chord as your lowest note. You're playing some other note from the chord. That's what an inversion is, and got a couple other things to tell you about this song, but it's a secret.
Secret information.
And this week, in our top secret information folder, we have the secret that, oh, again, actually, this is a good secret. Almost all the Mario songs that we play, like the main themes from them, they have like different worlds and stuff, and they all have different songs. But the main themes from the main worlds almost always use the same 2 chords. It's the 1 chord and the 4 chord. So sometimes they'll play like a salsa, like this one is, and it's got that like that other thing that's like, it's got that thing, or sometimes it'll be like a bossa, or it'll be like a rock song, but it's almost always using the same 2 chords. So you can play like almost all the Mario themes right on top of each other because they all use the same background. They all use the same chords, the 1 chord and the 4 chord. Next, Oh, that thing that I just did. All right, so this is super top. I don't even think you get this in Clavel Academy unless you get to up to like level 9 or 10 or 11. That thing that I just did is called a montuno. A montuno. Yeah, so that thing right there is you're just gonna take that chord that we were talking about before, C and E and G, and you're just gonna take that bottom note and then move it down a little bit and then come back and play that bottom note and then the top part and then move it down and then the top part and then move it down and then the top part and then move it back up. That thing right there can turn almost any song into a Latin song just by using that little montuno. Well, that's all the secrets that we have in the folder, but our last secret is always who won the raffle. Maybe it was you. So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out, and if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.